want to tell you something up front. I'm not special. All I did was take advantage of the opportunities I had. I kept saying yes over and over and over again. I always said yes. And because of that, I had a lot of success. And because of that, I had a lot of failures. And that's what life is all about. It's about being here and keep moving forward. No matter what happens, when you have bad days, you keep moving forward. And that's what I've learned in my life. First, you got to lead yourself first. You have to lead yourself first. Then, you need to lead your team. And when I talk about leading your team, some of you may say, well, look, I don't have a team. I'm an individual contributor. I don't have people reporting to me. I don't have employees. What I'll tell you is, you don't have to be a leader to lead. Sometimes your team is your family. Sometimes your team are your employees. Sometimes your team are just the people you're connected with in life. And so forget about the structure and the silos and the hierarchy. You need to work with a team. I'm going to talk about that. The third thing you need to do is lead your organization. If you're in a company, if you run a department, once again, if you have a family, how do you bring that organization together to get things done? And lastly, leading change. That was a section of my book, Leading Change. Because the world is accelerating. It is going so fast, and there's so much to know. You got to figure out, how do you get comfortable with change? How do you get comfortable every day when something new is coming and not feel stress and not feeling pressure of not knowing? So when I worked at Disney, I wanted my reputation and my values to be that I was accessible and I was approachable. Anyone at the Magic Kingdom, any employee could call me. They could come to my office. If I was walking in the park, they could come and say, hey, Dan, I want to talk to you. I wanted everyone to be able to speak with me. I didn't want them to be intimidated. Because when you're the vice president of the Magic Kingdom, a lot of people are afraid to talk to you. But the reality is, what they did in their job was key to my success. If they weren't doing their job well, if they didn't have the tools they needed, if they didn't have the motivation, if no one was listening to them, they couldn't do their job as well. And I wanted to be role modeling that I want to be accessible and approachable. Any employee at the Magic Kingdom had my phone number. They could call me and leave me a voicemail, anonymously, or they could leave their name. But I wanted them to call me because if I didn't listen, they were going to talk to somebody. Sometimes that would be Channel 9 News, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. They were going to tell their story, but I wanted the first chance to be able to fix things. Every single day I walk the Magic Kingdom. I want to do that again. 85% of the customers, the guests that come to Walt Disney World, have been there before. That means, what's going on with the other 15%? We didn't give them enough value. They came once and didn't come back again. So it's not about getting your customers to come once, although this is important. The first time, there's internet marketing, there's all kinds of, marketing is really hard because you spend a lot of money, you're trying to get people's attention. The best form of marketing is to offer great value, to offer a great experience, to offer a great product. Once you do that once, people are coming back again. This was the most important metric I looked at every month at Walt Disney World. What percentage of guests said they're going to come back? Highly probable to come back again. That guaranteed my future business. What's the second thing that has to happen for your company to be successful? People come back. What else do they do after they visit you? What else do you want your customers to do after they buy your service or your product?
Tell about the product.
Talk about it. They got to go talk about it. They got to tell others about it. Word of mouth. Because I trust people I know to give me a recommendation.